Hi, ladies. It's Kiara reporting again on day 3 of my cycle, and this morning at 8:45 a.m. I went for my first blood test and transvaginal ultrasound. Blood test was fine. I'm not afraid of taking needles, so easy peasy. Transvaginal ultrasounds, yeah, I don't really care for them actually. Um, I've had a lot of ultrasound or transvaginal ultrasounds done in the past when it was kind of, I had the large cyst on both of my ovaries, and there was continuous ultrasounds having to be done on me to measure the size of the cyst and, all that fun stuff that needed to be tracked before my laparoscopic surgery last summer. And there were a couple of times when, I had the ultrasounds done, and they were very, very painful for me. So I don't like taking transvaginal ultrasounds. I did make a point of letting the fertility clinic know that, just a heads up, they're very uncomfortable and sometimes painful for me. So they made a note in their files, and the transvaginal ultrasound that I had this morning was perfect. It was, the doctor who was performing it was gentle. I was, maybe I experienced some minor discomfort at the beginning, but it was easy peasy. So, yay! So while they were doing the transvaginal ultrasound, my right ovary was clear, everything looked good, and then on my left ovary, the doctor kind of made a note to the nurse that saying that I had a 1.3 collapsible cyst. Now, whenever I hear those type of numbers, I get a little bit freaked out because prior to my surgery, I had 2 cysts, one on each ovaries, that was both over the size of 5 centimeters. So whenever I hear that kind of stuff, I just get a little bit freaked out. And so when I heard that, I was just like, okay, what does that mean? And she's like, oh no, she's like, it's quite common for women to have cysts, have cysts, and then they'll just pop and then go. So apparently the cyst that I had collapsed and was left over from my previous cycle, and I guess it's collapsing and kind of getting rid of itself by itself, if that makes any sense at all. Made sense to me. She said it was normal and that everything looked good otherwise, so perfect. After the transvaginal ultrasound, Jason and I, we went and saw the nurse for a bit, and she was really great. She asked us if we had any questions, and we both had some questions. I had a question regarding, if it was okay for me to continue to take my regular vitamins while I was, on Clomid, and she said, yeah, that's not a problem, it won't interfere. And we just had a couple of questions regarding the IUI process and all that kind of stuff. There were some forms that we had to sign regarding the IUI process. And then she told me of what's going to happen next. So this is day 3 of my cycle, and then now for the next 5 days I have to take Clomid. So I already took Clomid about maybe 40 minutes ago, so I don't have any side effects to report at this time as it is too soon. But I do have to continue to take the Clomid all the way up to day 7 of my period. And then on day 10, I have to come back to the fertility clinic and do the same thing I did this morning. instead of at 8:45 a.m. at 7 a.m. But it's all worth it. I'll have to do same round of blood test and another transvaginal ultrasound. And at this point, they'll be able to see how well my ovaries are responding to Clomid. So that's the update on my end. So day 10, back at the clinic, blood test, vaginal ultrasound, and then after that, they'll be able to track or when they think I will ovulate. So, really excited. I'm really happy today that this is it. This is our journey, and I'm in a really good mood. Other than the little scare about hearing that 1.3 centimeter cyst, but after I heard that it was quite common and normal and nothing to worry about, I started to calm down a bit. So that's it on my end. Stay tuned for more. I'll probably vlog about any side effects that I've been feeling with Clomid. And I'm also going to be producing 2 videos, just kind of letting you guys know the background story between Jason and I and our journey and how we got to this point. Jason was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome back in September of 2010, so fairly recently, and him finding out about Marfan syndrome has impacted the way that we would go about with our journey on trying to conceive. So you'll hear that side of the story, and then you'll also hear my side of how I found out that I had endometriosis. So yeah, that's it on my end. I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and here's to another week. It's Monday tomorrow, so it's back to work, or it could be a day off for some. And I hope you guys have a great evening. All right, take care. Bye.